Hi, my name is Harmony, and I'm here today to show you my diagram that I made of the different skills and concepts that contribute to effective communication. They are perception, efficacy, self-esteem, self-concept, nonverbal communication, verbal communication, and listening. Each arrow is color-coded with the different skill or concept. So if one contributes to another, the arrow will be the same color as one that contributes to the other skill or trait. Perception is your overall view of yourself, how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, what you would tell others about yourself. Self-efficacy is the judgments people make about you and how good you are as a worker. Self-esteem is judgments and evaluations of your self-concept. It's how you feel about yourself on the inside. It's labels of different ideas. Your self-concept is your overall idea of who you are as a person, how you think, and how you view yourself. Nonverbal communication is hand gestures. It's ways to show communication without actually using your words. It can be used throughout different countries. If you don't speak the same language as somebody, you can nod for yes or shake your head for no, other things like that. Verbal communication is using your words to communicate effectively with other people. Listening is how you take in information and formulate a response to whoever is speaking to you. Self-efficacy contributes to your perception because the verbal feedback that you get can influence how you think about yourself. It also contributes to your self-esteem because if you're told that you do a good job, you might continue to perform well. But if you're told that you don't do well, you might stop doing what you're doing or you'll work better. It depends on your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. Self-concept contributes to perception too because it's the overall idea of who you are, your personal characteristics, who you are in a culture. It's developed through comparing yourself to others and interactions and reactions you have. When you talk to someone and they react badly to you, it can kind of make you not feel good. It'll reduce your self-concept and it'll make you feel inferior. The self-esteem contributes to the self-concept because it labels, it's a broad label of your self-concept. All of the things that contribute to your self-esteem contribute to the self-concept. And it also contributes to your perception, how you think about yourself, how you feel. Self-esteem can also contribute to how you communicate non-verbally. If you don't feel good about yourself, you'll hang your head, you'll kind of slump a little bit. If you feel good, you'll puff up your chest maybe and use your eyes more, you'll be more interactive with your hands. Self-esteem also contributes to your verbal communication. If you have a low self-esteem, you'll mumble, you'll kind of not talk much. If you have a high self-esteem, you might talk louder, you'll talk more fluently. Nonverbal communication can contribute to your self-efficacy because if somebody kind of makes a grimace at some work that you do, it'll make you feel bad. It'll make you either not want to continue working on that project or start over. Nonverbal communication also contributes to your self-esteem. If somebody kind of grimaces at you when you're walking past the street, they might think you're ugly. That's what you'll think immediately, so it'll make you feel bad about yourself. Nonverbal communication also contributes to verbal communication. It can either amplify it or it'll throw someone off guard. When you go get a haircut at a salon and the hairdresser asks you, "What do you think of your hair?" and you make a grimace, but you say, "Oh, it's fine," then that portrays that you are unhappy with your haircut, even though you said that it was okay. If it's going to compliment it, you might go up to someone and say, "Hey, I missed you," and go in for a hug. The verbal communication contributes to your self-efficacy. When someone tells you that you're doing a good job and you should keep up the good work, you'll work harder, you might do more to please the person, you'll raise your expectations. If someone tells you you're doing a bad job, you might either work harder or it'll make you less wanting to work. The verbal communication also contributes to your self-esteem. When someone tells you you look fantastic today, that brings up your mood. It makes you feel better about yourself. If someone tells you that they don't like your hair, you might want to go change it. Verbal communication also contributes to listening. It helps you formulate a response to whomever is speaking to you. Listening contributes to your self-concept. You might hear, "Oh, you did a good job," and it'll make you feel better. It also can contribute to your self-esteem in the same way. Compliments will bring up your self-esteem when you hear them, or negative feedback will bring down your self-esteem. Listening goes with verbal communication. It helps you come up with how you're going to respond to the person. It will gather information about who that person is and what they're like. It can also contribute to nonverbal. You're supposed to nod if you understand or shake your head no. These all work together for effective communication. If we went without nonverbal communication, you wouldn't be able to tell if someone's telling a lie very easily. Without someone's self-esteem and how they view themselves, they'll just be dull. Their personality won't have much in it. If you didn't listen, you wouldn't be able to respond, and it would mess up communication. So all of these go hand in hand very importantly.